So, y'all want to talk about minimum wage, huh? Seems to be what everybody is getting so fussy about. Oh, if you raise the minimum wage, then inflation raises, and they just raise the prices on everything, and then you don't even see the raise. This is exactly my point. You guys are making my point for me. I mean, the comments are, I love, to be honest, I'm entertained with the comments, but you are making my point for me. Every time they give us a raise, the companies and the corporations just raise the prices of their goods. So that way we're never got a raise. So the actual minimum wage or the actual money is fictitious. It's not real. It's poof, fairy dust. In the words of Matthew McConaughey, poof. It's fairy dust. It's not real. It's numbers. It's data in a computer. Truly. It's not even real. The paper that they're fucking printing it on isn't even worth the bill that they print on the paper. That's the truth. That's why you have the BRICS alliance, all these major countries that are going away from using the dollar as the dominant currency. This is a very big deal. If the rest of the world stop using the dollar, then that means our dollar's worth shit. I mean, it's already worth shit, but like if the rest of the world stops using it as a dominant currency, we are going to go into some third world hunger strikes, poverty, chaos, martial law, if you will. And all the rich people, they got bunkers to wait the shit out, so all of us poor people kill each other for the water and the resources. I think it's time that we just take a stand, man, and say enough is enough. We need a redo, a restart, if you will. This government, the legislation, all that shit needs to be fucking squashed and restarted, man. Y'all are so hip to jump on that Constitution bullshit. That was written by like murderers, thieves, and dishonest people hundreds of years ago. Get over it. Just like you're trying to tell me to get over losing our land and you killing off all of my people or the slavery that occurred. You want us to get over that? You can get over the stupid ass Constitution, laws, and legislation that you have put in place to keep the people in power, and us starving, running around like a little rat race, like mice in a fucking maze with no ending. Stop defending your oppressor. I don't understand it. Like you guys like just so gung ho to be a patriot of what? What are you proud of? What are you proud of? That's my question to America. What can you possibly be proud of America? And don't tell me it's because, oh, well, it's worse everywhere else. Just because somebody else is suffering doesn't make our suffering any less. Stop trauma dumping on people. Oh, well, my life is harder and this and that. Like, dude, we need to just stand together and just be decent human beings. If we see another human being on the street laying there needing help, why don't you offer to fucking help? This is my point. Of course, accountability needs to be held. Of course, there's drug problems on the street. Of course, these people have mental issues. But that doesn't make them any less humans. You care more about dogs and your pets than you care about human beings. It's ridiculous. Because there's some pets and dogs out here that have better lives than human beings. Because everybody's all self-motivated. That's how they got us. The independence. They have been promoting independence since the day we were joining in school with the stupid ass Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to what? To mass genocide? To world domination? To oppressing your own people? Allegiance to who? The corporations? It sounds almost cult-like. And then they try to put, and we trust in God on their fucking money. Shut the fuck up. You don't believe in God, because if you did, you would be living by God's laws. Nowhere in the Bible did it say go conquer the world and commit genocide across the world. Building bigger bombs, deadlier fucking weapons, chemical weapons. I mean, at some point, somebody's going to build the biggest bomb and we all are fucked. You know what I mean? Like, who's got the biggest dick? Like, at some point, somebody's going to blow the dick up trying to be the fucking one when we could just act as one in general. But minimum wage, yeah, that's the issue. Giving poor people more money, that's the problem, definitely. Yeah. So we should, you know what we should do? We should just have a mass extermination of all the poor people, and then we wouldn't have any of these problems anymore. We wouldn't have to listen to them because it would just be only the rich. Yeah, just, put out like a whole ass pandemic, maybe like a virus of some sort to take away your respiratory system and put but the whole country into a shock of chaos and medical catastrophe. Pandemic. Something like COVID. But of course that was natural. It's probably the Chinese that did that. And it was probably the Chinese that hit those buildings in New York, and it was probably the poor brown people that, killed everybody, and they're responsible for every bad thing that's ever happened in the world because poor brown people is just the worst. That is our enemy, of course. Well, them and Russia, of course, they're the enemy too because they're on our front doorstep with chemical warfare factories, Oh, no, I mean, wait, other way around. We're on their doorstep with chemical warfare at factories and wondering why they're talking shit. Boy, come to my front door with some bullshit. Ha motherfucker. Nah, bruh. I'm gonna come out swinging. You know what I mean? Or bucking, depending on who you are, you know what I mean? But I would never let nobody set up shop in my fucking front yard either. Putin is all in his rights to be fighting that war, bro. I'm sorry. That hurts your false sense of patriotism or whatever the fuck. You got some sense of loyalty to your government, which is weird to me because the U.S. government killed all of the Native American people, enslaved the black people, held down women, even their own white women, held their fucking voice for years, and still don't let them choose their bodies. The Supreme Court ruling that you don't have the right to an abortion anymore. So these victims of assault that end up having kids, if you assault somebody and they have a kid, you have to have that kid. That is horrible. That is rough. That's rugged. It shouldn't be anybody's decision but the person that's popping out a kid, bro. I can't imagine pushing a football out my motherfucking hole, bro. Yuck. Ow. Ow. Especially for after being assaulted. So that's the country we live in. But minimum wage, that's the issue, Giving poor people more money so that they can feed their kids, that's the issue that you guys want to fight over, huh? All right. Well, I'll make a couple videos and I'll do some research and we'll have this discussion. I love the debates. I always love the comments. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. I might roast your ass if you sound like ignorant, but you're welcome to it. I don't delete comments ever unless it's like spam or some weird shit. TikTok might take them down if you get a little violent, but other than that, you're welcome. I'm welcome to everybody's opinion because I don't take nothing lightly. I try to take everything with a grain of salt and try to form my opinion based on both sides and based on the information that I can find online. I don't really watch news channels, but I do watch it sometimes just to see the narrative that they're playing so I can play against it. But other than that, seems like minimum wage seems to be the main issue people want to talk about. So I will do my best to cover as much as I can. Maybe we'll go state by state because some states are way more progressive. Colorado being one of them. My favorite state. I've been to 46 states. I know what the fuck's going on. I've worked all over the country. Denver, Colorado was hands down the best place economically.